I got the horse right here. The name is Paul Revere, and here's a guy that says...
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Barn Grill. I'm Mike Heads, along with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Saturday, June 13th races at Hastings Racecourses. We do have 7 races on tap. We do kick off another excellent weekend of racing action. We do have excellent weather again, and we do have a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on that. Obviously, a very exciting day at the races on Saturday, as America Pharoah became the 12th horse to win the Triple Crown. More men have walked on the moon than we've had Triple Crown winners. It was 37 years. Great atmosphere at the races that day.
It was awesome.
That's the kind of day to go to the races. Crowd was into it. Packed house. Super exciting.
Yeah, they came out and they weren't just, they've been disappointed in other years when a Triple Crown has been, an attempt has been made, but everyone, I think, went home pretty satisfied. And, it looked like it was a great day at the races. Yeah,
created a lot of buzz. Everybody was happy. We did also
have 2 stakes.
Yeah, as it was Belmont Day, a 3-year-old champion, American Pharoah. We ran some 3-year-olds of our own that day. The first one we're going to look at was the 3rd race. It was the Emerald Downs for 3-year-old fillies. There we go.
Yep, and on the...
That's 737, and Finality's Charm are going to the lead here. Saffron gets in just behind them, and then Quatracat, who was your heavy favorite. Quatracat was well back this day. She was much less than even money, so about 50 cents on the dollar.
Well, she was impressive, so impressive in her first race of the year, and she looked like, I was a little worried here. She was about 6-7 lengths out of it, and the maiden Rockport Dancer, who broke through the fronts, had really no chance, but she ended up getting back with her in this race. And Quatracat's laying 4th, but once Ryan Pacheco kind of niggles at her a little bit, she does pick up Saffron. She gallops by horses quickly. She
does. She makes a big move here. It looks like Finality's Charmer is kind of getting away from him here. I thought she was going to be tough to catch from here on out, but Quatracat just keeps coming, and as we see here, she gets a little bit closer, but Finality's Charmer takes the corner well, and looks like she puts up a good fight. I think if Finality's Charmer had got a little bit more out of her first race, she would have been tougher to get by. But all about Quatracat makes a nice move here and sails by Finality's Charmer. Obviously, congratulations to Stuart Carmichael and Dave and Sylvia Gregory, Ryan Pacheco, and Rob McDonald, who's a regular of ours here at the Derby, bred Quatracat out of his good mare, 4 Girls.
That was an impressive performance. She looked good.
Second one.
She looked good again, and she's going to be a force. I mean, the competition will get tougher as the season goes on, but she still looked good defeating Finality's Charmer.
And the way she runs, it doesn't seem like
it looks like she's going to go long.
Distance isn't going to be much of a problem for her. So look for Quatracat in the next one. The next one will be going long. The next stake we're going to look at was the River Rock Casino for 3-year-old boys. Horses to keep an eye on here: Bluegrass Angus, Sam Slick, and Cedarburg.
Poor Mighty Fraser missed the break badly.
Yeah, he did.
That's
he actually made up quite a bit
back.
of ground.
There was a 3-horse speed duel here percolating anyway. You got Bluegrass Angus on the rail.
Cedarburg on his outside, and Sam Slick.
Trying to relax, but...
Yeah, he makes kind of a funny move here. He goes to the inside and is kind of running off with jockey Pedro Alvarado, and he has to kind of push his way out here. He kind of bumps Cedarburg a little bit here. And
just rolls on by.
Yeah, kind of rank early.
Bluegrass Angus.
Goes right by Bluegrass Angus. Richard Hamill just relaxed on Bluegrass Angus and let Sam Slick take the lead. Yeah.
Lets him go. I mean, he doesn't want to go with him. And the blinkers were off Bluegrass Angus, which is a good move by Craig McPherson for the Copperwater Thoroughbreds. And then he come back off the rail here and kind of got Sam Slick measured pretty quickly. Richard kind of comes up and blows the doors off him here at the quarter pole. And it's pretty much these 2 horses to the wire. Well, there was only 1 horse at the wire, but Sam Slick tries to hold on for second. Cedarburg's running on, and so is Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom and Mighty Fraser.
Mighty Fraser was making up good ground, but 45 flat. The final time was 16 and change, and Bluegrass Angus was very impressive.
Yeah, he is well on his way to the Derby Trail. Actually, Richard and Craig McPherson won this race last year with Coffee Grinder, who was a very good 3-year-old for them. Look for Bluegrass Angus to be on the Derby Trail for now, for sure. Congratulations to Copperwater Thoroughbreds, as you mentioned, Craig McPherson and jockey Richard Hamill. Well, now we can jump right into the Saturday card. 7 races on hand. The first one is a maiden 8,000 for 3-year-olds, and I'm going 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 5 here, Peyton's Command, out of Hall of Fame trainer Harold Barraby's barn. Just the one run. That was for maiden form, but that was an impressive run for his first start. He did run a little green, but stuck up the rail, made the lead over heavily favored Fort Vancouver, and Fort Vancouver fought on and got caught late. He switches to Jeff Birmingham this time, and I think Peyton's Command's a handful in here. The other one I like was one Mike pointed out last time. Mike picked was Maruk. One start in 2013, one start in 2014. As you mentioned, Mike, last time, those races were in October, too. He's running against dead fit horses. A good first out behind a well-meant Always a Sunrise, who was a runaway winner this time. And Maruk does jump up for 8,000. But this isn't an overly tough 8,000.
No,
it's more like a 4,000. I like Maruk in the second spot. And I put Goes Way Back in the third spot, who did get beat by Kiss Him Goodbye, who was dropping down to the $8,000 category last time and was very well meant. Won off by 8 3/4. Goes Way Back was the best of the rest. I have him in the third spot. I went 5, 1, and 6.
Yeah, I'm going to go the one-horse Maruk. I'm going to follow him back to win it. Got beat by a horse that had been off for a while, but still a horse that had been running against better competition and Always a Sunrise. Maruk looked good, missed the break slightly, rallied well, and was a comfortable second. I think he's got to be pretty tough off of that race. I put the 4-horse Power to Believe in for second, also out of the Rob Van Overshot
other
barn.
Horse,
I thought a decent effort against better horses, again, against Kiss 'Em Goodbye and Goes Way Back. But I just thought this horse had to do the fighting on the head end, so I put him ahead of Goes Way Back. Those are my 3 horses. I like Maruk a lot in here. I think that's your horse. And I went 1, 4, and 6 in the Saturday opener. On to the second race, another maiden event. Got a few of them today. Got a lot of maidens. Hopefully you like your maidens and your non-2 claimers. You're going to get a steady diet of them. Mile 16th will be the distance here. I went to the 5-horse, Instant Cash. I got the cash horses, Cash Solution and Instant Cash in the 1-2 position. This horse is dropping in class. I'm not sure if the distance will help, but I'm hoping it will, because Cash Solution is the obvious horse on paper. I mean, but I don't want to take 4 to 5 on Cash Solution, as he had every opportunity to win last time and was caught by Fixed Bayonets, who's been a long-time maiden. I just think Instant Cash might have a little bit of upside, might be able to improve on the stretch out. And I put Cash Solution in for second, and Uncle Clarence for Craig McPherson. If Source gets out of the gate, has some gate issues for Uncle Clarence, but perhaps this one can run up for third. I went 5, 2, and 4.
I went to the 2 Cash Solution. A good run last time, as you mentioned, behind Fixed Bayonets, and Mike Anderson can do no wrong right now. No. He's rolling. He's our leading trainer, batting 30%. Him and Pedro Alvarado. Pedro's rode 3 from this year. Or 4, sorry, 3 of them have won. So those connections are very tough. I put a Certain Reality out of the Robbie Anderson barn in the second spot. He ran for 8 that first time, that Typhoon Taylor race. Instant Cash was running for 8, but he had 3 starts there. That was his first start. So I think a Certain Reality drops down to 4,000 and makes his second start. I'm hoping he can move forward a little bit. Alex Marti has been riding very well right now. And I put Instant Cash in the third spot, as you mentioned. Definitely probably the horse. It's, I went 2, 6, 5. 2 and 5 are going to be the most backed horses in here, but I put 5 in the third spot. I went 2, 6, and 5 in the second. On to the third. Nice little allowance race for 3-year-old
feature,
fillies.
race 3.
Going 6.5. 6 horses signed on here. 3-horse race, I think. Sailing for the Sun. I don't know what happened to her last time. There was some talk maybe she swallowed her tongue or had some problems. She didn't have a tongue tie and kind of, lost her air. But the race before that, her maiden special weight breaking race was super impressive. Got a 71 buyer for that. She comes back on July 7th, works in 46 and 3. She's going the right way. Hamel's hot right now. I put Sailing for the Sun in the first spot. I put Ambleside Park in the second spot. Really good second behind Meg Gurry, who we will probably see in the next 3-year-old filly stake. Meg Gurry looks like a very tough horse. I like the way that Ambleside Park ran on in that race. Even though it's short, it's not really her gig. She's going to be better when they go long, but she seems to be coming up to the race well. And Susan's Day, the other one of the day, Forrester Barn in the third spot. Good work for her on June 6th and 46 and 1. She could be sitting on a big effort, but another one that does want to go long. I went 2, 1, and 4.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to add. I like the same 3 horses. I like Sailing for the Sun to win it. She's the speed. She's going to get the lead. I'm just hoping, like you are, that was just a product of something that unforeseen that happened last time, and she's come out of it well. She worked in 46 and change.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be more like the filly that we saw run around there in 17 and change, winning under a pole with Richard Hamel. So I like the 2 Sailing for the Sun. I just put the 4 Susan's Day in the second spot and Ambleside Park, and I just flip-flopped your 2 Forrester runners. I went 2, 4, and 1 in the third. On to the fourth race, started the pick 4, late pick 4, mile 16th, or filly and mare starter allowance types. The horses that have run for 8,000 in the past 2 years. And I ended up on the The 5 horse,
horse,
I'm a Diva too. This horse certainly has taken to Hastings this year. Kind of had a tough season last year, but boy, back-to-back wins with Alex Marty for Bill Connick Jr. in the Gill and Will Stud Farms.
Bill Connick, who's having a monster year.
His horses are running well, and this filly took to the distance last time nicely. Good final time. There was some speed to help her out, but still, I think there's going to be some speed in here. You got Dream Baby on the fly out of the number 1 hole. Rachel Run's going to go. There's going to be a pace, and I just think I'm a Diva 2 will get set up nicely. She is coming out of conditional races. That was a 16,000 non-2, non-3 lifetime last time, and she's in against tougher company, but I just think she's a horse on the rise. I went to the 4 horse Bluegrass Mist for second. A decent run sprinting last time, but she's not a much sprinter. She's definitely a horse better going along. She got eligible for this race last time. And I put the 6 horse Lady at War, another one, not much sprinter, better going along. Best races last year were at a distance of ground. I think you'll see her form improve. I just think those are the 2 horses on the stretch out that probably will get better, where horses like Dream Baby and Rachel Run, iffy going long. But Bluegrass Miss and Lady at War kind of with muddied up form lately that might be better at this trip. But I do like I'm a Diva 2. I went 5, 4, 6.
I put Bluegrass Miss on top. I like her last time, even though it was sprinting, because she was taking a big drop. First time in her life that she was in for a price, and she was in for 8,000. And I thought it was actually a pretty admirable race. She only got beat 4.5, and that is not her gig. I like her on the stretch out, and as I mentioned, Mike Anderson firing on all cylinders right now. I put I'm a Diva 2 in the second spot for the reasons you mentioned. She's been on fire this year, as has her trainer, Bill Connick. And I put Rachel Run in the third spot. She just keeps winning. I've yet to pick her this year.
All she does. I know. Me either.
Yeah,
just keeps winning. Got 5 in a row.
I didn't even have her in the top 3 last time, and now she's won 5 in a row. So I'll give her the advantage. Put her in the third spot today. But I do like Bluegrass Miss. 4, 5, and 2 for me in the fourth. Out of the fifth, 4,000 non-2 3-year-olds, and I'm going a mile and a tick. Field of 8. Actually, I think there's 9 in here.
Yep, there's another one.
There's 9 in here. I went to the 5 at the Ritz out of the Rob Van Overshot barn. I thought a very good run behind a well-meant Stone Ridge Raider last time, and made up a lot of ground. You know, that was, the first time going long, and got well out of it. And the fractions were decent. 46 is pretty quick for these kind of horses.
Really?
If there's some more to run at today, I like At the Ritz. I thought a very good run-up last time. I put the 2 Why Is the Rum Gone of the Troy Taylor barn. Very well bred to go a distance of ground. This will be his first attempt at it, but he's a Mr. Greeley out of a Desert Wine Mare. He's a half-sister to a Black-Eyed Susan winner. So you know he'll get the distance and top connections there. And Fixed Bayonets in the third spot. Went long for the first time this year, last time. Made that effort of winning one. That was a maiden score. Good to see Richard Hamill stick with Fixed Bayonets. So I got him in the third spot. 5, 4, and 2 for me.
Yeah, I'm a little different in here, but I don't. This is a race where you can't. There's a lot of options. Boots Grave and is better going long as a horse that I don't have top 3. Neither do you. But that's a horse for a superfecta that is better going long and has a couple sprint runs. But anyway, I went to the 4 horse. Why Is the Rum Gone? I think this horse gets the lead. Says catch me if you can. The pedigree says long, screaming out for long. So I think this horse will be awfully tough. I put the 6 Oscar Award, who keeps running on late and sprints with no pace in them. And I just think he might get a little better pace, but still, it's a new distance for him this year. But he ran very well in a couple of his races last fall. And I put the 9 horse on the sunny side. I'm not going to give up on him. He got crushed on a pace last time that was absolutely a suicide mission. 23, 46 and change. He had no shot. And it really helped. That's why I like him more coming out of that race than At the Ritz and who's the other one? Lord Gallivic, that were benefiting from a wild pace tool that was being set by on the sunny side. And I forget who the other horse was, but still there was a scorching pace that not even title contender and maybe Herbie D could sustain, and let alone a poor $4,000 conditioned horse. So I went 4, 6, and 9. Yeah, I was taking pictures. 4, 6, and 9 in race number 5. On the 6th race, maiden $4,000 fillies and mares, going 6.5. I ended up on the 4 horse, 4 feathers. Big class drop. Looks like the speed. Good connections. Got to go there. I went to the 8 Storm and Angel, another obvious pick. Good second last time, and this horse is pretty live. And the 9 horse Yankee Doodle Audrey. If anyone comes from off the pace, I think this horse has perhaps the best off the pace chance. I thought a pretty good run first time out. Better than looked race anyway behind Lost Humor. I think this horse will improve too. I went 4, 8, 9.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to add. Obviously, Four Feathers is the horse. Mario rode this horse last time in a maiden special weight last year and was a favorite that day against Eldorado Gold. Blended, get up and try some decent horses. Storming Angel, as you mentioned, I've hit her in the second spot. I don't know with Authority Taken out of the Anita Bolton barn in the third spot. Ran for 12.5 first out this year and went really quick. Was on the lead and they went in 22 and 45 and not going to have to put up with those kind of fractions today.
True enough. Yeah.
For 4,000 and makes her second start, so it can maybe take a step forward. Anita Bolton is 29% in her second maiden starter. So Mark Buchanan takes over today. 4, 8, and 10 for me in the 6th. On to the 7th, the Nightcap Fillies and Mares, maiden 12.5. I've gone with the 1. I'm hoping Xenia can get it done today. She has been a bit of a bridesmaid. Been unlucky. Unlucky to lose last time. Looked like she was a winner, and Daughter Derek just fought back to get her by a head. But Richard Hamill sticks with her. Barb Head's going well. I'm going to go with Xenia to win. I put the 7, Silver Ovation in the second spot. Did get crushed by 7 last time, but that was to Bullet, who dropped it, way down in the $8,000 category. Came back to win for 16. They went quick, and I got Silver Ovation in the second spot. And I went with True Victory. First time started at the Tracy McNeil barn. Works look good,
They bred the mare. I mean, I remember Ken claimed Bear's True Gal the mare a few years back, and this horse has got some potential.
Yes, it's true mare, and the works are good. For maiden 12.5, you're not expected to be bulleting, but she's got a nice 47 and 1, and then a minute and 4/5, minute and 3/5. Those are steady works for a 12.5 category. She debuts on the Lasix program, and I do like to see Antonio Reyes take the call. I went 1, 2, and 7 in the last. 1, 2, 1, 7, 8. I'm sorry, 1, 7, 8.
I agree with the one horse Xenia. I mean, perhaps today's the day.
Come on.
Narrow loser to
Please.
Daughter Derek last time. Ran good. I mean, she just, there was an incident at the far turn that cost her a bit, and horse went wrong at the far turn, and she kind of didn't take the worst of it, but she still was compromised. She was 4 wide the last 3/8 of a mile, so better trip, and she's not facing a super tough group. So I like her. Put the 6 horse Remarkable Lady. She was second against the boys last time. Returns to running against the fillies. I think it's a good move for her.
Yeah.
And I put the 3 horse Currency Express. This connection's got an $80 winner
the other day
out of that mare.
Wesley Henry. Yeah, welcome Wesley Henry, who won on his first mount at Hastings Park last week.
And cleverly, they put Wesley on this one.
With a good ride.
Yeah, no, he did
right?
good.
Like, he wasn't like he was just on Much the Best and roamed around everybody.
No,
he sat and waited in a 3.5 race and went up the rail and won it. So nice to have him join our jocks room.
Yeah, and this horse looks like he's been working well for Sylvia Gregory. He's going nicely. I went 1, 6, and 3 to close out the Saturday program. That'll do it for our analysis. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, I went to the 1 horse, Marouk. I went 1, 4, 6. Race 2, I went to the 5, 2, 4. Race number 3, I went to the 2 horse, Sailing for the Sun, 2, 4, 1. Race number 4, I went to the 5, I'm a Diva 2, 5, 4, 6. And race number 5, I went to the 4, Why is the Rum Gone, 4, 6, 9. Race number 6, I went to the 4, 4 Feathers over the 8, Stormin' Angel, 4, 8, 9 in the 6th. And in the 7th, number 1, Xenia over the 6, Remarkable Lady, and the 3, Currency Express.
Up next for mine, there we go. In the first, I went to the 5, Peyton's Command over the 1 and the 6. In the second, I went with the 2, Cash Solution over the 6 and the 5. In the third, a nice little allowance race for 3-year-old fillies. I agree with Mike on Sailing for the Sun. The 2, I put Ambleside Park. The 1 in for second, and the 4, Susan's Day in for third. In the fourth, I went to the 4, Bluegrass Myths over the 5 and the 2. In the fifth, I went to the 5, At the Ritz over the 4 and the 2. In the sixth, I'm with Mike on number 4, 4 Feathers over the 8 and the 10. And the nightcap again, I'm with Mike on number 1, Xenia over the 7 and the 8.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Racing resumes tomorrow, Sunday.
150 posts, 8 races on tap.
Yeah, we'll have 8 races, a couple nice allowance races as well on the Sunday program.
Yeah, there's a 25 for older boys. Looks like a nice race too.
Nice 11. A couple 11, big fields tomorrow as well. And actually good-sized fields all weekend.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicappers Corner, and we'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.